I know you're creeped out by young girls in horror movies. Welcome to Good Mythical More.
New selfie face. We're going to invent a new selfie face.
Are you gonna take the selfie? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And this one's
Longer
called.
arms.
This one's called. Oops, you caught me.
Take it with your left hand.
I can't do that.
Oh. I think that already is a face, though. I mean, isn't this kind of? I haven't.
Oh wow, look at that. Whoa, what is happening there?
Okay.
That's good. Wow. We'll share that with everybody. Okay, let me just
Follow us on Instagram.
So we're going to taste a real pumpkin pie. Josh, come on in. Now you may not know this. Pumpkin pie doesn't have any pumpkin in it, but Josh is gonna tell us what pumpkin pie does have in it, and he's gonna let us taste a real pumpkin pie. Right before we get into that, I wanna validate us giving horse treats a 0. Now they're called pumpkin spice horse treats. I looked at the ingredients: wheat middlings, rice bran, dried beet pulp, pumpkin, coconut meal, soybeans, dried molasses, flaxseed, sea salt, dried kelp, fenugreek, anise, and natural flavors. No pumpkin spice. It's pumpkin. Horses like pumpkin.
What's with the fenugreek?
Which brings us to
I don't know. I ask myself that every day.
humans
Amen,
liking
brother.
pumpkin. So, Josh, flesh this out. You're telling me
How about pumpkin
That-
flesh it out?
that humans like the idea of eating pumpkin,
Yes.
but they don't want a nice hat.
Thank you so much.
Eat
Get it at
actual pumpkin.
Mythical,
They don't want a
the
nice hat?
store that we sell these hats on.
Mythical.com.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? It redirects because
Okay.
we keep saying it.
I was
wrong,
gonna
too.
say, yeah.
Am I right?
Yes, about the hat, the pie. So I made a claim last time we did the pumpkin spice thing, which must have been about a year ago from today, that there is not only no pumpkin in pumpkin spice, which people know now, it's the spices you would put on a pumpkin, but that there's actually no pumpkin in canned pumpkin, and a lot of people in the comments got mad at that claim.
The first thing seemed obvious to me,
Yeah, me too.
but the second thing did not seem obvious.
So it's actually a crazy scientific question. The FDA has weighed in on it. So what is in Libby's canned pumpkin mix, which has a lion's share of the canned pumpkin market, and what most people make their pumpkin pie out of, is mostly what's called a Dickinson squash.
Dickinson's squash.
Dickinson squash.
Good old Dickinson.
So when
Got a squash.
when we see a jack-o'-lantern style pumpkin, that's what's called a field pumpkin. And there's a lot of things on message boards of people saying, hey, I tried to make pumpkin pie out of my jack-o'-lantern pumpkin.
And it tasted like trash.
And it was watery and tasted like trash. And that's because Libby's not using that. However, there is no standardized scientific definition. The FDA does not recognize one of what pumpkin is. If you look at something like a kabocha squash, if you go to a Japanese restaurant, they might put a slice of quote-unquote pumpkin in your ramen because that's what they're translating kabocha to, which is actually a squash.
Because pumpkin is a squash?
Well, there's no actual definition. So pumpkin you can use colloquially, you can use scientifically, but culturally, we most likely
Come
refer
over
to
here,
it-
pumpkin. I got a secret to tell you.
No, that's pumpkin.
So that's a normal pumpkin pie,
Which is
Allegedly.
which contains squash.
which contains squash.
Grab a here. There you go.
but a specific type of squash, not like the kind of squash you typically have, like fried squash or something like that.
No, so in 1835, Elijah Dickinson actually cultivated a...
In 18 use that voice. In 1835.
1835, Elijah. I'm the Colonel, and I'm here to sell you fried chicken. That's what I'm going to.
Yeah.
In 1835.
Anyways, I took just a straight up jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, big old giant one, roasted it, followed a pumpkin pie recipe, and cooked it into a pie. And I've never done this before, so I was
This
really
is from
curious.
a field pumpkin.
A field pumpkin. And
Now,
so the pumpkin
if
species
this gets
actually
messed up,
splits
I want it to be you.
into Cucurbita maximus and Cucurbita pepo. So Cucurbita maximus is where you're gonna find your kabochas and your Dickinson squashes.
Hold
And
on.
this is
Cuckabee what?
Cucurbita maximus and Cucurbita pepo. That's what they have split into for main cultivars.
The two field pumpkins.
No, the two pumpkin and squash.
Oh.
What we would colloquially call pumpkin.
See, I asked you to do it. It's not perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm
Screw
excited
it.
because I don't know
Screw
what
it.
it's gonna taste like. I think it's actually gonna be pretty good.
Okay. But you didn't try to make up for anything. You just made it a pumpkin pie recipe, but used a different kind of pumpkin.
That's right, yeah. And
Use
it
real
is
pumpkin.
a little bit more watery. You can tell it didn't set up quite as much, but like, it still smells and looks pretty good.
Yeah. Thinner.
a little bit more of kind of vegetal taste to it, you know? It's not as stodgy.
Oh,
Hold on.
actually, as it gets going, the aftertaste, has a, what word did you say? Vegetal?
Vegetal.
Which is not a vegetable.
No, it's a vegetable-ish.
It's the taste of eating a vegetable. It's
No.
like, it's the keen sense that a kid has that he shouldn't like something. So I'm with you on that, and it's definitely in there. I mean, the fake pumpkin pie packs a punch, Pam. But this, it's not that it's bad. It's just that it's a little vegetal.
Yeah.
Vegetal.
Vegetal.
It's a little vegetal.
It's vegetable-y.
It's a little vegetal.
With whipped cream, that would be, you gave me that after a big old Thanksgiving meal with whipped cream, I'd probably be like, I probably wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't enjoy myself as much as I typically would, but I wouldn't say like, something's wrong with this pumpkin pie.
I would say, once upon a time, when I ate this pumpkin pie made out of actual pumpkin, I went out my back door. It was Thanksgiving morning exactly, and I looked at yonder mountain, and I said,
St. Patrick's Day?
I looked up yonder mountain, and I said, I'm going to climb ye mountain, and I set about with no preparations prior to climb ye mountain, and it started out pretty gradual, but then after a while it started
Gradual?
pretty gradual. And then after a while, it steepened. The route steepened drastically.
Okay.
I thought many times, am I going to turn
emotional?
back? Am I going to turn back? And I said to myself,
Are you just
my
getting
children,
winded?
my children are watching. My future children. I'd had no wife and no children at the time. But I thought about my progeny from the future, and I said, they're watching down from heaven because that's my belief system.
You start there.
Yes, all children start in heaven, and then they come down.
Hold on, and they're already dead?
Storks impregnate wives.
It's a philosophical question.
Got it.
You're taking me off to the topic, which is my summit. Yes, I did reach the summit, spoiler alert. And when I got there, I looked around and I saw a valley full of pumpkins below me. And I thought, how ironic. I traveled so far and worked so hard and think of so many children yet to be born. And right there before me, if I'd have just turned my head just a little bit, I would have seen a patch of pumpkins of both types. One type was known as the...
Cucurbita maximus.
And the other one was known as the...
Cucurbita pepo, of course.
And I said, if I ever make it back down, I will embrace them both, and I will judge them not. And if they come to me in the form of a pie, I will take it. I will intake it.
So he just made the claim that before you're born, you're technically dead, and that's kind of blowing my mind.
It's pretty cool when you think about it.
Pretty cool.
Let's have some Baileys.
Now you sound like my uncle at Thanksgiving.
So some kids who live a good life get to go back to the primordial heaven.
I thought you were saying the pre-good kids get to be in heaven before. It's like a Minority Report situation.
Oh, they don't even have to go. So this is
Yeah.
technically purgatory.
Okay.
We are in purgatory.
I feel that most days. Well, thanks. Cheers. Yeah, take the edge off. Milkahol. My favorite.
Yeah.
Mine too.
I'm going back. I need a chaser for that Bailey's. This ain't college no more, you know? You got a weak stomach.
Happy Thanksgiving. Stick to what you love and stick our pins on things you love. Collect all 3 mythical enamel pins now at mythical.com.